In order to start, please say Namaskara to take the 3 refuges and the 5 precepts. Tisarana and Panchasila. Say Namaskara.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sarana gamanang sampunnang.
Amarante.
Panatipata viramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adinna dana viramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adinadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Kamesu miccācara viramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Kamesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Musavada viramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Surameraya manjapamadatthana viramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Suramere manchapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Saranena saddhing panchasidang dhammang sadhukang surakkhitam kattva appamadena sampadeta.
Namabante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Children, today we are going to learn something more about meditation, the development of your mind. Meditation in the Buddha's language is bhavana. And bhavana, or mental development, we can see in 2 ways. One is to develop tranquility, to make your mind peaceful and quiet by different techniques. The other one is insight, wisdom, which liberates your mind from anger, fear, greed, hatred, and especially from delusion, to make you see the things as they really are. That is, to become a wise person. So to develop wisdom, we can do in 2 different ways. One is to first develop tranquility, to make your mind peaceful and happy and strong and concentrated by focusing on some kind of object or by developing some kind of quality. Now the object may be something outside of yourself, like looking at a flower, looking at a flame, but it could also be something inside yourself that has something to do directly with your own body. And in Buddhist meditation we find that observing your breath, the feeling of your breath, is the best way to make your mind calm and peaceful. And also it can be used for leading your mind to wisdom and freedom from conflict and suffering. So, mindfulness of breathing, anapanasati, is one of the meditations that the Buddha taught. And he himself experienced it when he was just a boy of 7 years old, sitting under the jambu tree while watching the plowing ceremony of his father, King Suddhodana, who was inaugurating the plowing season. And little Prince Siddhartha was sitting under the tree, that jambu tree, and concentrated his mind on the breathing. He became more and more absorbed in the breathing. He became more and more deeper involved in the breathing, and then he attained dhyana, or full absorption on the breathing. And he felt so peaceful and so happy, and he forgot all about his troubles, his problems. His mind became very, very peaceful. So that dhyana is one way to attain tranquility. And we are going to learn some of that. Not just because the breath is so important. Well, if you would not be breathing, you would not be sitting here, I suppose. From the moment you are born till the moment you die, you are breathing in and breathing out. But very seldom do you pay attention to the breathing. And in this meditation on breathing, anapanasati bhavana, you're going to learn how to pay attention to the breath. The Buddha gave an example of a carpenter who is sawing a piece of wood and paying full attention to the place where his saw is touching the plank. When he is sawing a piece of wood, his attention stays exactly there where the saw is touching the wood and cutting the wood. His head is not going like this with the saw. His head is staying in one place and he's focusing his attention just on the place where the saw touches the wood. Similarly, you are not supposed to take your attention inside or outside of your body, but stay with your attention right there where the breath is touching your body, namely near the tip of your nose. Now, when you are breathing normally, you might not feel the breath. But when you take a deep breath, when you take 2 or 3 deep breaths, you will definitely feel the air inside your nostrils. Can you just take 2 or 3 deep breaths, please, with me? You can feel your breath. You can even hear your breath. And then you focus your attention on that spot where the air touches the skin inside your nostrils. That is the home base. That is the place where you focus your attention, where you concentrate. You can never feel the breaths which already were taken in the past. You cannot feel the breaths that are going to come in the future. You can only feel that particular breath which you are taking now, and only that part of the breath which is actually touching your nose at this very moment. So look again when you take a deep breath. Where do you feel the air touching? Near the tip of the nose? Inside your nostrils? Or somewhere in that area, perhaps on the upper lip? Now that becomes your home, the base from where you operate, with your attention coming back again and again to that same place. Your mind, of course, will not like to stay in one place. It is used to wander and to jump from place to place. The mind is a little bit like a monkey, you know. The monkey which jumps from one fruit to another, from one branch of the tree to another branch, and eats a little bit of one fruit, and then drops it halfway, and goes to another fruit, and eats a little bit of that, and drops it again. Well, your mind is like that. It jumps from object to object, from the past to the future, from this thought to that thought. But that is how we have to train our mind to just settle down into that simple present moment. Because actually speaking, the key to your happiness is in the present moment, not in the past, not in the future. It's not outside yourself, it is within yourself. And you cannot create it, but you can discover it. It is a treasure which is hidden inside the mind, under the surface of your conscious mind. So, if we focus on the breathing, it is not just to stay with the breath only, but to let go of all the other things. Let go of the thoughts about the past and the future, the worries about what you did wrong, what you could have done, what you should have done, how you should have done it, or the worries and hopes and fears about the future, which isn't here yet. So to bring your attention to the breath in the present moment means that when you really feel your breath, then you're actually living completely in the present. And that is very important, isn't it? To live in the here and now. Because even when you are studying, when you want to read a book, when you want to listen to your teachers, or when you want to do anything, well, then you have to be exactly here and now in the present moment. And let go of the past, let go of the future, and pay attention to what you're actually doing, what you're experiencing. So Anapanasati Bhavana, the mindfulness of breathing in and out, helps you to live here and now in the present moment and be aware of what is happening. So let us try once again. When breathing in, you gently close your eyes. When breathing out, I'm aware of it. When breathing in, I'm aware of breathing in. When breathing out, I'm aware of breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. When breathing in, I'm aware. When breathing out, a smile appears on my face and in my heart. When you're paying attention to your breathing, you will find that sometimes your mind doesn't stay on that object. Especially when there is a sound coming to your ears, your attention will go to the hearing. So be aware when you're hearing and call it hearing, 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 hearing. Letting go of that hearing, you return to your breath, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, I'm aware of breathing in. Breathing out, a smile appears on my face and in my heart. And remember, Anapanasati is just to be mindful of your natural, normal breathing. It is not a breathing exercise. You're not supposed to force your breath in and out, but just breathe naturally. You're not supposed to follow your breath in and out of the body, but just to be aware of the touch sensation of the air inside your nostrils. Breathing in, I am aware of breathing in. Breathing out, a smile appears. And whenever your mind runs away with thoughts about the past or future, or just fantasy, realize that you are thinking and name it thinking, 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 thinking. And let go of that thinking and return with your attention into the present moment, just sitting here, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And realize that the real peace and happiness is already within your own heart and your own mind, not outside yourself, not in the past, not in the future, but already basically within yourself. Breathing in, breathing out. Just by letting go of all the things, you find that within your own self, your own mind, is a beautiful, peaceful happiness. And wish yourself, may I be well and happy. May I be free from conflict and suffering. May I be well, peaceful, and happy. May all beings be well and happy. May all beings be well and happy. Sambe satta bhavantu sukhidatta. Before you open your eyes, feel your body sitting here once again. Become aware of your surroundings. Hear the sounds around you, but also feel the silence around you and within you. And take that silence with you wherever you go. And then slowly, slowly open your eyes once again and relax your body and mind. May you all be well and happy. May peace and happiness spread from within you to all beings.